Riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders big as hounds. It's your host, Sir Duncan the Fearsome, and Lady Rachel of House Fox. You're listening to Game of Microphones.
Well met, brutalized blood riders and wildling wights, and welcome to Game of Microphones. I'm Lord Sterling, Sir Duncan the Fearsome. We've got a special episode for you today featuring a guest who acted in the most recent episode of Game of Thrones, The Long Night. You may also know him from being on Vikings for 6 years. All right, we'd like to welcome to the show today John Fay, a battle survivor, or maybe not survivor, but a veteran of
the battle survivor, a dyer, and a beast survivor, I suppose. I make it past. I make it to the end.
Oh, that's epic, man. Congratulations for nailing that gig. How cool is that, dude?
That was cool. I was meant to go up, I think since season 3 or 4. Like, I was getting calls, to go up and be on Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I was busy, just too busy with Vikings. I just didn't have the time. And Vikings were very good because I was in Vikings like week after week. So
that's so cool.
So I kind of went, I put Game of Thrones on the back burner, So, but final season came. I got the call. I went, I have to go for the final season.
Yeah.
Just to be on it or whatever. So,
right.
Yeah, I went and done it. Yeah.
That's the greatest.
Straight in the long night.
Oh my God. Jumping right into the thick of it. That is.
I'm used to battles from Vikings. Actually, they love the Vikings guys up there. When they all went up, they were all, battle hardened, I suppose.
Yeah. Playing wildlings as well, or?
Yeah. Actually, most of the Vikings are all wildlings. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Some Black Watch and this, that, and the other, but mostly wildlings are the Vikings from down below.
So you've been on Vikings for a while now, huh? How long has it been?
6 years.
Jeez, wow, that's amazing. You were on
day one of season 1.
Wow. So you were the good old days with Ragnar too.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got to catch up. I'm a little behind on Vikings, but I love that show. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
So what was it like walking on set for the first day, joining Game of Thrones and being there and seeing, like, what did you see? What was happening the first day you got there?
First day we got a boot camp just to make sure everyone was in order, new, because there's on Game of Thrones there's a lot of toiling, which is because there's only so many, couple of hundred people. They want to make it look like thousands.
Right.
So they get about 50 people in a row, and then front line to the back move, and keep. That's called toiling.
Take a few steps back. Take a few steps back.
Yeah. Like, the front row goes to the back, so it's not the front row anymore.
Right. So you don't see them repeat for a number of rows.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like
so the front
hides
row
it.
Of 1,000 people it's all different people,
That's amazing.
So we were getting boot camped in that, toiling, and then how to fight and how to act like a white, like not being a zombie or none of that. Yeah. But because the whites are different from a lot of other zombies, so
for sure.
Pretty showing that. But then we, the first time I was on set was it the studio? No, it wasn't the studio. It was we went to Winterfell, which is a location
Right.
outside Belfast. It's about 20 miles, 30 miles outside Belfast.
Home country, right? From Ireland?
Sorry?
You're from Ireland,
Northern
right?
Ireland, yeah.
Nice. So right at home.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the sets are Northern Ireland, like the Iron Islands are in Northern Ireland, Winterfell. Actually, most of the stuff that isn't desert is in Northern Ireland.
That's so cool.
But yeah, Winterfell, when I seen it, I was like, oh, wow, this is actually Winterfell.
Wow. I know they had at least one section of castle wall built. What was it like? Like, how much of the castle actually exists?
They have the gate, towers, big wall. You have the courtyards that you see in the show. Do you have another courtyard? Yeah, there's a couple of courtyards inside. It's like proper.
That's amazing.
Built up set,
That's so
like,
cool.
It's Winterfell, obviously.
So it was, 11 weeks of night shooting? Is that right?
11 weeks, yeah.
Oh my God, grueling.
Jesus, was it 55 nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do all the crew done the 55 nights, but we done we've done 40 at least.
Oh my God, still.
So yeah.
What were the hours on that? Like you start at like 9 p.m., stop at 5 a.m.?
We start at we'd be at the studio for 3. We had to hire an Airbnb, me and a few other friends.
Oh, interesting.
From Dublin, because we travel up to Belfast, and we hired an Airbnb for just the duration of the shoot, and for the night shoot, we were on days as well and different stuff, but that I can't talk about.
Yeah, don't tell us.
But, for the night shoots, we hired an Airbnb, and we stayed there Monday to Friday. We come back to Dublin for the weekend and back up Monday morning.
Wow.
So we'd start generally on a Monday, every day of the week. We'd be at the studio for 3 p.m. and we'd finish probably 4 or 5 a.m.
Wow.
So then, and if we were in Winterfell, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hour journey. No, about an hour and a half journey back to the studio.
That's rough.
Luckily enough, we were 10 minutes away from the studio, so it wasn't too bad. But we come back. We get back about 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
That's like my regular schedule.
7 a.m. and we'd have to be back at the studio by 3 p.m.
Wow.
So it was fairly rough going, and it was like, Jesus, like, I know it's meant to look cold there with snow and all, but it was sub-zero. It was in the middle of winter when we were.
I saw like a little snippet from the Game Revealed documentary that they do, and
I haven't even seen that yet.
Oh, it's so good! You'll like it.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
I wanted to, but I was too busy filming this movie that I'm doing now, and
good problem to have.
I just needed to watch the episode of Game of Thrones, the long night or whatever.
Yeah.
So quickly, and I was like, oh no, I need to go to bed, and it's an hour and a half long. It's like, so I was kind of quickly skipping through. I haven't watched it properly yet.
Oh,
I will
no.
the weekend. I've seen it, but I know what happens. And anyway,
yeah, it's one thing to be there, though. Another whole thing to see it produced and all put together.
It's great.
Like, wow, it's amazing.
Because I remember when we were lining up the scene, you see me when. Okay, did the trackie go off? Like, you can't see anything. It's total darkness, pitch black. And that's what they were. I know everybody's complaining about, dark. But that's what they wanted. They wanted, like, if you're in the middle of the countryside, it's pitch black.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't. So
and those little torches in the distance.
Yeah, exactly. So
disappearing.
Went off, start disappearing, and the hound was about 5 feet away from me. And it's not on it, but he went, fuck. Pity they didn't show that, but you went, fuck, which would have been great, But, because that's what it was. It was like, okay, the lights are going out, look, there's nothing. And then we're like, kind of, what the hell happened there?
Fuck?
And then
it makes perfect sense.
Horses start coming back, and we're like, okay. And Yora comes back, and he's kind of like,
like, this is not good, guys.
Fucked. Yeah. So
Tormund was looking at Jorah when he rode back, like, what the hell is going on?
So even on set, we knew what it was going to look like. At the final product, it was like, oh, this is going to be good,
Yeah.
So, and actually, I have a T-shirt here. These everybody that worked 5 nights or more got a T-shirt from HBO.
Nice.
It's a Jon Snow quote, actually. See it?
Oh yeah. If I fall, don't bring me back.
Yeah, which is kind of fitting for the long night, because for fall, we're kind of like asking the Night King, just don't bring us
Just
back.
don't resurrect me.
There you go.
That's so
season
good,
8,
man.
Yeah, so everybody that done 5 nights or more got a T-shirt there. Unfortunately, it's XXL, which is too big for me. I can't wear it.
I did 40 days of night shooting, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. No, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. I love it. It just reminded me of those, those shirts that they have.
Yeah. Oh, I also, when I was made into a white, because we were kind of, we make use into whites now for, because they had what's called masks, which are whites, which are really look scary. Like, we'd be eating our food and you turn around and there's a mask there.
Full facial prosthetic.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it'd be like, shit, I forgot there's all these dead people around, too. But I like, they made the people that weren't, casted as whites, they make us into like fresh dead or something, newly just, you're just after dying. But
it's just a little eyeshadow and.
Kind of. You had the dead, which is looked sallow and stuff, but it was fresh dead, so there's a prosthetic that I wore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was worn right around my eye. So
that's sick.
So when they were taken after the end of the day, like I said, okay, that's going to be put in the bin, isn't it? So they went, you don't mind if I keep it? I was like, oh yeah, a bit of memorabilia from the show, keepsake. So
that's awesome.
It looks like a piece of bacon, but we can look out there.
That's
so I thought I'd come home drunk one night and stick it on a frying pan. And,
this tastes kind of weird.
Yeah, this is
check this out. Oops, sorry, one sec. I was in the Walking Dead experience, which was like a Walking Dead virtual reality type thing, and they made me up in makeup as well too. I got to keep the prosthetic from that.
Oh, cool.
Pretty gross. That was pretty fun. That's the best. Being able to keep a souvenir from doing the work is so cool, man.
Yeah.
So
well, I kept a lot of souvenirs. The dirt they put on us. Oh, Jesus. Like seriously, like every morning. See, the thing is, every morning we come back and we'd have to shower because we'd be caked in blood and like literally buckets of blood on us. And, man. Dirt and our hair mad. So we'd have to have a shower. Each one of us, like there was 5 of us staying in one apartment. We had 2 showers, so we'd have to get showered, dry up, and go to bed. So we wouldn't get to bed till probably 9 a.m. and then
rough.
Up for say 2 p.m. to be back there. So it was very tough going now.
Really tough. Congratulations for pulling through and doing it, man. I admire the work ethic of everybody involved. So
fun too.
So what other kinds of fun experiences did you have being on the set? Anything particularly that sticks out to you from shooting?
One sticks out actually. The first night I was on set, like they don't film. They never. No show really films in sequence. Basically, they probably do one bit from later on, and then they go back to do another bit. So,
definitely.
So my first time on set in season 8 was on episode 3 was we're running into Winterfell through the gates.
Fall back.
Yeah. So we were all at the gates there, and like Lyanna Mormont, she says, "Open the gates," and they open. We are just piling, running for our lives. So we piled in, and the very first take. Right, gates are open, you're running for your lives, go, boom, and we're off. And there was a guy in front of me, and he went that way, and I went bang into Lyanna Mormont.
Oh, no.
And I went, oh, fuck. Like,
so sorry.
We're all going full pelt and bang into her. Yeah. Or I think she had to stand there. I think it was too late or something. But she went flying and I went, oh shit. So I kept running. So the next time we reset, because we've done it a few times, obviously.
Right.
But we reset and I went down to the back of the, because I was almost up at the front of the people running. I went down to the back of the queue running again because I said, they're probably looking, who is that idiot who ran into the cast? But nothing was said. So I went, okay, went back up at the front again.
That's
but you
hilarious.
can see me running in.
You knocked her harder than that giant did. That slaps.
Exactly. I knew she killed the giant. I thought she actually got squashed by the giant.
Yeah.
when the joint knocked her at first, I was like, that's exactly what I thought. Except another joint. And I was like, oh man.
They could have just used your footage.
Yeah. So that was another experience.
That's so funny.
I thought I'd be like first night on Game of Thrones and right off home. You're killing the cast. So,
yeah, that's got to be rough. Like, imagine being hired to come on the show and kill a character that's one of your favorites or something like that.
Oh yeah. And she is. She's brilliant. I
oh
love
my
her
God,
character on the
she's
show,
so powerful on screen. Is she that commanding? And does she have that type of presence in person?
Just a little girl, basically. Brilliant little actress. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I love the section of the game revealed with her interviewing her about her, filming, and she's like, I was hoping that either I'd end up on the Iron Throne, which is unlikely, but I really wanted to have a good death.
She had a great death. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, but that stuck out because that was my first night on episode 3, and I was like, oh crap, I thought it was my last night as well. So but, everything was fine. But I have a lot of friends that were working up there as well, so and they knew people as well, so I was safe.
That's good.
I think. But there you go. That's one story of probably many that I can't think of now.
What is so obviously shooting at night over so many days a week and such a long period must have been really taxing physically and mentally. What was the most what was the most difficult part of the shoot overall? What stands out to you as being like when you were like, oh God, this is like, it's just so intense?
Probably when the Night King came down and he was walking along, Jon Snow running after him.
Oh, yeah.
Time.
Everybody's rising.
There was a lot of piles of bodies and stuff like that, but it was actually snowing for real. And real snow, it's not good for camera.
Oh, yeah.
The fake snow is good, but real snow, there's be a glean off and it destroys shots and stuff. So it was snowing for real, and then they put this fake snow over the real snow and stuff. So we'd be kind of running away and stuff like that, and kind of dying or whatever, and we'd be like, and the piles of bodies were made out of like fiberglass stuff. So we'd be sliding and falling into these, like smashing heads and like injuring ourselves and all.
Yeah.
So it was just hard to keep on your feet basically. But the cold was because when we were all dead, we were lying down in this like on a layer of snow under fake snow, and it just kept like the wildling. It kept seeping through. The wildlings had the best costumes because they were made for the cold.
Yeah, you're right, made for the cold.
The Unsullied, like I felt sorry for them because they had not a lot on. They could wear thermals underneath, but they still didn't have a lot of layers.
Right. Oh yeah, they're like there's like nothing, man.
Yeah, and basically like it was way below freezing, and they were there like shivering, having to lie on this, which they got on and done it, brilliant. But
oh my God,
I kept joking like, this wildling costume, I'm too warm, pretend to take maybe you fucker.
The Unsullied are like, fuck you, John.
But I have to hand it to the Unsullied. They've done a good job, really did.
Yeah, it's being able to deal with that. What time of year were you guys shooting that?
January, February, and March for that.
Of this year or of last year? Last year, yeah, of course.
Was it January? Yeah, I think yeah.
Wow,
February, March, and April, I think it was.
Yeah, it had to have been that.
February, March, April,
yeah.
So winter time, basically.
Yeah, negative temperatures, that's crazy. Are we talking negative Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Celsius, okay.
Yeah,
so it's still really cold, though.
Freezing is 0, so it'd go down to -2, -3. It's cold if you're doing nothing,
Yeah, if you're just sitting there,
like if you're lying down on the ground.
I woke up this morning in Connecticut and I was cold and it was sunny outside. It's
in the middle of the night, it was snow.
Yeah.
So, that was tough going. But it was good fun.
Definitely.
It was good when you were running because you're cool.
Keeping that body temperature up. What kind of interesting things do you experience as an actor on the set that the viewers don't get to describe or get to witness? Like, is there like people with boom microphones right over you when these scenes are going on?
Like this, like you're just seeing the action, the cool stuff or whatever, but just off screen there is a lot of people with clipboards or making sure your hair's all this, like, and in between takes, everyone's back on set, all normal clothes, all dead people around them, people with normal clothes, fixing hairs and throwing blood on you, and then okay, ready to shoot, so they all go away and it's back to Westeros again.
Damn, that's so crazy.
But you turn your head and then there's cranes and there's an ambulance and just all this modern shit.
Gotta have an ambulance. The modern shit.
So it's so
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny as well. Even on Vikings, you're in a Viking village and you just turn your head and like there's a truck there. And, it's funny.
Where do you guys shoot Vikings?
Oh, in Ireland as well, in
nice.
County Wicklow. It's just south of Dublin. Nice. It's the big studio there. They built a Viking village there, and
amazing.
Like inside there's a village, but there's a load of beautiful locations as well. So everything on Vikings is shot in Ireland. About 1 or 2 scenes that were shot in Iceland. But
Iceland, cool.
Yeah. So
I got to go to Iceland. What a beautiful country.
I do. It's amazing. Yeah.
Gotta go. So did you have any other interactions with any other main cast members while you were on set?
Not really. Only Tormund, really.
Oh,
Tormund,
yeah? He was out in the thick of it with you guys, huh?
He was just in front of us. So, he's a really nice guy. So, yapping away with him and 1 or 2 others. Like, but most of them, they were doing their thing elsewhere and stuff. So, mostly Tormund. Who else? The Hound. We were talking to the Hound as well.
That's so cool.
He was fairly cool. Yeah, he's very tall as well.
Yeah, he's like 6'6" or so.
Yeah. He's like, wow, he is really big. Because sometimes you see people on screen and it's like, wow, he's my height, and you think they're huge.
Yeah, you can't tell perspective. And
yeah. So
like they use like low camera angles on Jon Snow because he's like 5'8" to make him look taller than he is.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I was surprised at how small he was. I was like, wow, he's even smaller than me.
How tall are you?
I'm not quite sure actually. 5'7", I think.
Yeah, that's not
5'6" or 7. It's small, but no. Well, I still get a ribbing off my friends, He's the little Viking,
So, what other kind of experiences are coming to mind from your shoot?
Actually, one thing that's popped into my head there was there does be a lot of cameos on Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And for that, for the scene where we're lining up or whatever, for that night, we spent the night lining up and Dothraki going off or whatever. But I don't know if you've ever heard of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
I don't think so. Who's that?
She's it's mother on the dance floor. You better not do it. But she's a pop star, and anyway. But she was in that night, but she's sitting nowhere.
Nice.
She was on the front row with her husband or something. But
there's been a lot of good musical cameos. Mastodon, the metal band, was in there. At Hard Home, and Sigur Rós played.
Sigur Rós as well. Yeah, they played the wedding. Oh,
Red Wedding, right? Or Joffrey's wedding. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then a couple guys from Coldplay and Ed Sheeran. A lot of musical cameos.
Here, yeah. Ed Sheeran.
You saw that?
That should have been just cut out. Yeah. But I think there was some other band when we were there, and I can't remember the band. It could be Snow Patrol. Did you ever hear of them?
Oh, Snow Patrol. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It could have been them. No, I could be totally wrong. It could be some similar band like that. It's not my type of music. So, but, we were all. They were all sitting behind us, and we were kind of like, "Did you ever hear that band?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Jeez, they're terrible, aren't they?" They're over here.
They're just sitting right there.
This is in the holding area, where we relax or whatever, when in between shoots. But we're like,
we're in that band.
Jeez, that band, they're terrible, aren't they? They didn't think we knew who they were. And we were
right.
What's that band? Cool.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Sorry?
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to anything and everything, but mostly heavy metal.
Nice. Ever hear of Symphony X?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Nice. Yeah, they're like a mixture of metal and symphonic music with like strings.
Metal stuff as well. Yeah,
nice. I like those guys.
I played in a metal band actually for
years. What'd you play? Guitar?
Sorry?
Play guitar or bass or drums? Or?
No, I actually played folk instruments in the band.
Oh, no way. That's so cool.
Folk band. Yeah.
I've actually heard some really cool stuff like that, so I can imagine it was a lot of fun.
Well, we were fairly popular in certain places. Russia, of all places, we were fairly popular.
Interesting.
I went on a few tours there. South America. Don't know why.
Oh, really? South America too? Wow, that's cool, man.
So we're probably getting off topic here now.
It's all good.
Talking about my band.
Anything else you want to talk about your experience? Or?
It's hard because I don't know what to say because there's a lot that I can't say.
Right.
If you know what I mean. Because there's a lot coming up that I'm still in that hasn't been aired yet.
Right.
So, I'm just interested in hearing what other people think of this, the episodes. Because when we were filming it, I was like, just wondering in my head what things are going to look like.
Right.
What's this going to look like on screen? What's this going to be like? Or how's this going to work? And
so, were you a fan of the show before being on it?
I was. Well, before being on it, I was. But to be honest, I didn't start watching it really till season 3. Actually, till the Red Wedding. I watched season 1 first. So I watched that and went, it's like a kind of medieval soap opera. So I was like, and there's too many characters at that time because I didn't read the books or anything at that time. Actually, funnily enough, I started reading the first book on Game of Thrones.
Nice.
I started reading Game of Thrones on Game of
That's
Thrones.
so cool.
In between takes, there's a lot of downtime. So
perfect thing to do.
The book is always great. But so I watched the first season, and I was like, I'll get back. Never went back to it, but the internet exploded with the Red Wedding.
Oh yeah.
So I went like, I said, okay, I'm obviously missing something here. If the internet is just going bizarre about it, so I went rewatched, and then I said, no, actually, this is good because I started getting to know the characters, and I got hooked.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I started season 4 is when I started too.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So, considering you were a fan of the show, how did you think about the plot developments in this episode? Were you surprised that Arya ended up doing the deed and killing the Night King?
I was actually, yeah. When I kind of found out, like we weren't really told, but
right.
That was a kind of closed set where that happened. But
I was wondering about that. Like, how much do you guys know about the script? I'm sure they have to keep certain things secret, like especially big things like that, closed set, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Because they try to keep things separate. But it's. Yeah, see, I wasn't sure because when we were filming, I thought because Jon Snow was running after the Night King that time, and we were looking at it because we were all in the field while they're doing the scene, and I said, did he kill him or what? And because then we had like the animation scene and all where just everyone just drops like these are all gone,
Boom.
We all just. And like it was meant to be like a wave, like spreading out,
Oh
like,
yeah, they did that. They did that really well, actually. I could see the wave going out and out. And...
So they tried that, and I was thinking, okay, it wasn't Jon Snow because he didn't get near them,
Oh, so you're imagining it like, huh?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, who could it be, and blah blah blah. So we put 2 and 2 together and came up with that kind of thing.
That's so crazy. Yeah. So
and like. I had no idea what was going on in the crypts.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't part of that at all, But we keep it tight-lipped because spoil. I think what was it in one of the seasons? Jon Snow, like when he died, someone leaked that. Oh no, I'm in the next season with him or whatever.
Oh man,
they got into a lot of trouble. Yeah,
damn, I bet.
Because that's a major spoiler.
Yeah, major spoiler.
Back or whatever. Yeah.
I remember seeing an interview with him where he said he got pulled over by a cop. Did you see that?
No.
The cop comes up to the window of his car and he's like, "You know how fast you're going?" He knows he's speeding, and the cop tells him, "If you tell me if you live, I'll let you go."
All right.
And so he thinks about it for a couple seconds. He's like, "I'm coming back next season." He told the cop. Kit Harington admits to telling the cop.
Hilarious. The cop mustn't have told anyone else. He must have been a good cop.
Yeah, aside from that little abuse of power, sounds like a pretty good cop to me.
I'd have taken the fine and say, no, HBO will have my bloody... Assume we report him that fine.
He must have been going really fast. That fine must have been huge. It's like jail time speeds or something like that. So were you surprised that we didn't lose more main characters?
I was initially, but I know, on the internet, people are saying, "Oh, everyone's gonna die," and this, that, and I'm always thinking, like, wow, they're not, like, they're gonna be surprised how few actually do die.
Yeah,
a few main characters, and none of the big, John or Danny,
Danny,
none of the
Tyrion,
big ones didn't,
Tormund.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they should have probably knocked one off.
Yeah, I agree.
Those morbid people happy,
Yeah,
they killed that kind of thing.
Exactly.
The Red Wedding, they just killed everybody. So,
yeah, it's like
that's what made it brilliant.
Exactly. It's weird to say. I'm like almost disappointed that we didn't lose another one of our favorite characters. Like I kind of feel let down that they didn't hurt us more. I keep saying.
Yeah.
So funny, man.
They have their reasons for doing that, I suppose.
Yeah. But it does make perfect sense that Arya was the one that killed the Night King, considering that she serves the many-faced god, and the Night King was reversing the many-faced god's work, reanimating people that the god of death is. So it's very fitting.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Bran gave her the knife that killed them.
Right at that same spot too, sitting in that same place.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seen or I don't know. I don't even know if it'll be revealed.
Yeah,
because he went on his.
Where'd he go? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You don't have to tell us, but do you know?
I have actually no idea. So.
Oh, you have no idea. Also, okay.
I don't know what that scenario is.
That's so funny. Yeah, I was wondering, like, what is he doing? What is he doing this whole time?
Come back. Stop wimping out on everybody. Everybody's out there fighting for their lives. You're wimping out now.
Yeah. How about any other major plot points that you thought were interesting or worth talking about from this episode that you liked?
This episode.
Got Theon being forgiven, dying, Beric dying.
Theon was a big one for me, actually, because going for it, like it was. It went beyond kind of redemption, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. After all he'd done, like he basically laid his life down for them after taking so much from the Starks,
Yeah, it was really impactful for me. He got his forgiveness from Sansa after helping her escape from Winterfell. Then John, he forgived him for what he could. Then he saved Yara and got her forgiveness as well. And now Bran is like finishing off everything everybody that's alive that could forgive him.
Yeah, no, I really, that was one of the best parts, in my opinion, of that episode. It's like the battle, great, whatever. But story-wise, I thought that was really brilliant.
Yeah. So it was also very fitting for Jorah to die protecting his beloved Khaleesi.
Exactly.
As well.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very, very emotionally effective. The way that Dany's crying, is just heartbreaking, even as a viewer.
I hated it because he's actually one of my favorite characters on the show. So,
what a voice that guy has.
Don't do that. Put it back.
Yeah. Did you see the footage of Drogon flying with all the whites crawling all over him yet? Have you seen that?
Yeah. I remember that being filmed. Well, I remember there was a pretend, there's a dragon here. These are all trying to clamber on. I remember that scene, where we're pretend to clamber on.
That's crazy.
Stuff like that. Yeah, so it was all mostly SFX kind of stuff. But
did they have like some type of structure that people were climbing on?
Yeah, it's mostly kind of green screeny type stuff. It was out in an open field with all the bodies in Winterfell there, but I'm trying to think what was there. I think they had a bit of a structure there that you're trying to
climb on, but it's just all covered in green screen, I bet.
Yeah, so then it obviously goes back into post-production where they kind of do the magic, the dragon put whites onto it and stuff like that. But that looked cool,
Oh man, what a moment! I was so shocked that happened. Dany lands with Drogon and saves Jon, and I'm like, get out of there! Take back to the skies. What are you doing? There's a shot like looking over Dany's shoulder from the front, and she's watching Jon go off, and you can see in the background all these whites creeping up on her. Yeah. Oh man,
I remember that being shot and going, oh no, another one is going to go. Because I wasn't sure. I still wasn't sure until the actual episode whether that dragon went or not.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really glad he lived.
Obviously, they don't have dragons on set. That's all done.
Yeah, exactly. What was it like seeing Drogon flying around?
So I was kind of like thinking, oh crap, that's another dragon bloody gone.
How about the amazing special effects work that they did with Viserion with his face all ripped apart?
Oh yeah.
They blew. Yeah, they built his face and had flames coming out so it would match the right way that they come out of like the holes of his missing face. Just incredible. This episode visually was beautiful. So
And
many.
I still have to watch it again. I watched it in not so great copy, so I have to watch it in a higher format, if you know what I mean. I will this weekend with a few beers.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy it. And I'll probably watch it twice.
You earned
twice
it.
in a row. Yeah.
They wanted it to be dark, but apparently the compression that HBO used to broadcast it made it even darker. And
did it?
Yeah, that's what
Right.
they released a statement saying that the compression made it actually even darker than they intended it. Imagine that, working for all these months, doing all this stuff, getting everything perfect, and then you run it to go live and it runs through compression and changes everything.
Yeah.
So disappointing, you know.
Ah, well.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it didn't ruin
Wait
it for
for the
me.
Blu-ray. I reckon it'll look the way it's meant to look on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's what they said.
That's what they'll be getting all the box sets. So
Yup. From here on out, too, all the episodes are about an hour and a half long, 80 minutes or so.
yeah, 70 something, isn't it?
Yeah, 78,
Yeah, I think
something like that.
The third one was the longest. That was 82 or 83. I think the rest are 70 or something. That's 78 or 70 something minutes.
Oh, man. And how cool. Now you get to say that you were part of the longest battle sequence in cinematic history.
That's pretty cool, all right. Yeah.
Also, you could say...
and I could say it, but now that I'm seeing on screen, it's like, yeah, well, there I am. The proof.
Yeah, right. You don't even need to say it. There you are.
Yeah, like that scene. I didn't even know that was being filmed because they had about 100 people there, and they told about say 80 to go back to the holding tent, make a cup of tea, whatever, relax. And they said, okay, you 20 stay here, and they start setting up cameras around us. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna get a bit of screen time here, but what we were filming was the actual attack as well. Like it's kind of and the tidal wave coming over.
Tidal wave.
I put 100% into that, and I was kind of got dizzy because of the scream and stuff.
Yeah.
But so the cameraman even went like that to me. So I went, I'm definitely, because they start focusing in on me. So I went, I'm definitely in on this, but it wasn't even shown that.
Damn.
It wasn't shown like that. So that part, the part that I'm on there, like I didn't even realize I was being filmed there.
Oh, wow.
I remember with Tormund and the other guy, like I remember a camera panning. You could see that first, and then the one focuses it in on me. I had no idea that was even on me. a lot of guys have been on the show for a couple of seasons. They're saying like sometimes you think you're straight on camera, and you're not there. And you don't even realize, and then bing, your full face is on camera. So it's like, whatever magic they do, like.
Yeah, it's got to be really interesting.
You never know until you see yourself on screen. You don't know.
Exactly, because you're on set. You're not seeing through the camera. You don't know what they're looking at. You see it pointing in that general direction. It could be zoomed in on your face.
On something behind you there.
Yeah. It's just such a it must be such an interesting experience. Being in a.
That's good fun.
So how organized was it? You say they were on point with like everything where it's supposed to be, when it's supposed to be.
Yeah, 100%.
That's amazing, especially for something so huge.
Yeah. Like hundreds of people. Like,
yeah.
It's just one big machine, basically.
It was like 750 people on set, something like that.
Yeah, from carpenters right to the cameraman to producers, directors, SFX man, just everybody there. It's amazing.
Did you notice all the guys carrying the body piles? They made casts of the body piles, and they had to move them from location to location whenever they wanted to shoot in a different spot.
Yeah, they moved them around.
Imagine being one of those guys.
One thing I was disappointed with was the body pile inside Winterfell that Tormund was on. That was absolutely massive. Like that was a massive. That was like, 15 feet high.
Oh wow!
Okay, and like I'm down the bottom, clambering up. Just then we all deanimate, but on screen it doesn't look that big. It just looks like a mound of like about 5-6 feet high.
Right.
But that's why I was like, oh no, it looked better than real life.
Like you just can't tell how huge it is in real life.
Yeah, it looked like when Jon Snow came out with the Battle of the Bastards when he came out with that body. That's what it looked like.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was an improvised scene too, huh? From what I hear.
I have a few friends that are on that as well.
Cool.
That were on that body pile and you could see them, so a few friends from Vikings actually.
Nice.
Some Game of Thrones
so
too.
Cool.
But, so there you go. Just check the time. So
Yeah,
I
sure.
have to be up early again for tomorrow.
You got a long day ahead of you, man.
Funny enough, the AD that worked on Game of Thrones for that episode is actually ADing for this movie.
Oh, really?
As well. So, yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. So they kind of go between a lot of productions in Ireland.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Country,
sure.
So
probably a tight knit production community too. They're like, we need to do this, get people moving around all over the place, and that's awesome.
They finish something, they move on to something else, or go back to something.
Yeah. Well, we can wrap it up. I know you've had a long day shooting today, and you've got another long one ahead of you tomorrow. Can't thank you enough for being here, John. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
It's a pleasure.
And
it is how people find it a bit interesting.
Oh yeah,
somehow.
Sure they will. And I want to congratulate you on being part of such an epic experience and production. And this is something that's going to be remembered for years and years and years to come. And I hope you feel a sense of satisfaction from being able to be a part of it.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I remembered it in any way.
Yeah, definitely.
It's locked in there in the memory banks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll let you go. But thank you again so much for being here. It's been great to meet you and talking with you. Problem. And if you want to come back on at any point in the rest of the season,
maybe at the end of it.
Sure.
After the final episode.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back on if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Always happy to have you on.
I'd like to see what people's thoughts are, what your thoughts are on the actual ending of the show.
Yeah, I'm really nervous to see what they do. Sure. Well, we'll look forward to having you back on after episode 6 then.
Well, this was easier than I thought, so
Perfect.
So I could come back whenever.
Yeah, so, great. Yeah, I just want to make it nice and easy for you. 6. And perfect.
Make a date.
Yeah, please make it more episodes.
Right, I'll fly off and get some sleep, actually.
All right. Sounds good, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I know
you are very welcome. Hope you get some good rest and best of luck with shooting your film that you're working on right now.
All right. No problem.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you soon, John.
Right. Bye.
Bye, brother. All right. That's our show. A huge thank you to John Fay, survivor of the Battle of Winterfell, for joining us today. Really great meeting you, man, and congratulations for being on such a cool show and having such a great opportunity. Make sure to look for John in the upcoming film The Green Knight with a K, which also features the actress who played Lady Lysa Arryn on Game of Thrones. Another huge thank you to John Bailey, the epic voice guy from the Emmy-nominated Honest Trailers, for announcing our show. If you'd like to donate or subscribe to support us, you can always go to paypal.me/GOMPodcast or patreon.com/GOMPodcast to donate an amount of your choosing. There are links to both at gameofmicrophones.com. Doing some online shopping? Go to gameofmicrophones.com and click on our link to Amazon. As an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases. Any contribution you make helps, and you can help secure the continued existence of Game of Microphones. We'd like to thank our patrons, Sir Matthew of House Rep, Lady Lucy of House Roberts, Lady Candace of House Twos, Lady Terry of House Theodore, Lord Jeff of House Allen, Sirenicide, Lord John of House Grills, Luke the Low Duke, Lord Jeremiah of House Carpenter, Tarot Spirit, and Lord Bryson of House Wolf. And also Robert Misievich. Thank you guys so much for your support and your patronage. We love you. And also, make sure to check out Sirenicide, the serialized horror drama podcast featuring me and Archmaester Stitches. Just go to sirenicide.com and download it wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're in the Portland, Oregon area, check out Lord Travis's new meadery, Weird Leather and Mead, spelled a little weird too, W-Y-R-D. Just go to weirdleatherandmead.com and check it out. Or if you're in Milwaukee, Portland, Oregon area, go check it out in person. It's really awesome, guys. They're taking pre-orders for mead starting really soon, too, so get ready for that. Next up, we'll be releasing our deep dive on the Battle of Winterfell, The Long Night, so pay attention for that within the next day or so. If you'd like to call us, you can always reach us at 813-563-3739. That's 813-JOFFREY. If you'd like to write in, you can email us at ravens@gameofmicrophones.com. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/GOMPodcast. Imp slap! You can also listen to Game of Microphones on YouTube, BitChute, and Steam It. Just search for Game of Microphones to find our channel. Likes, comments, and shares are appreciated. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Gab, and Minds at GOMPodcast. And we're on Tumblr too at Game of Microphones. All right, that's our show. Thanks for listening, everyone.
like literally buckets of blood on us. And,
man.
dirt and her hair mad. And the very first take, right, gates are open, you're running for your lives, go, 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 boom, and we're off. And there was a guy in front of me, and he went that way, and I went bang into Lyanna Mormont.
Oh, no.
And I went, oh, fuck. Like,
so sorry.
We're not going full pelt and bang into her.
Yeah.
Or I think she had to stand there. I think it was too late for something. But she went flying, and I went, oh, shit. So I kept running. So the next time we reset, because we've done it a few times, obviously.
Right.
But we reset, and I went down to the back of the, because I was almost up at the front of the people running. I went down to the back of the queue running again, because I said, they're probably looking, who is that idiot who ran into the cast? But nothing was said, so I went, okay, went back up at the front again.
That's
but you
hilarious.
can see me running in